Hey guys, today we're going to talk about CRMs. Let's take a closer look. So guys, this is not meant for debate, it's just meant to inform, and that's it. It's strictly for informational purposes. So let's dive in, let's take a look at the CRM that we use and how we use it, and we'll make some suggestions on what you can do to better your business with a CRM of your choice. You have a lot of choices when it comes to CRMs in your roofing business. There's many different ones. Job Progress, AccuLinks, Job Nimbus, RoofLink, GiddyUp. There's a lot of different CRMs that you use. In fact, you can also use the bigger guys if you like HubSpot or Salesforce. We actually use Salesforce in our commercial division, and that'll be another video. But for today, I want to show you the one that we use. We use Job Progress at Ready Roofing Company. We love it. It works out great for us. We use it in our residential division mainly. You can use it for both if you like. We just chose to separate ours. We use Salesforce for our commercial division, and we use Job Progress for our residential division. So let's jump in. Let's take a peek at how we use Job Progress and how it works for us. And we'll talk about several different things: automations, tasks, how we're uploading files, and a whole lot of other things. So let's take a closer look at Job Progress and how we use it as a company. So this is our main dashboard in Job Progress. And actually one of the things that I like about the CRM is you can create this workflow. It's actually quite easy to create this workflow. So guys, this is a live workflow of what we have going on currently. This is not meant to show off. This is, again, just for informational purposes only. I'm sure some people's CRM look a lot greater, but this is our current job flow, and this is how we use Job Progress. So you have a bunch of tabs over here across the top, and again, you can actually define what you want this workflow to be. In Job Progress, it's not limited. So as you can see, this is sort of the stages of our business and our workflow and how we operate. So lead, loss, repair, made contact, roof inspection, follow-up, contingency sign, approved, contract sign, invoice, stage material status, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of different stages on here. And the reason why that's important is because when it comes down to your business, there's more workflow to your business than lead, prospect, approved, invoice, and complete. There's way more to your business than that. So what's cool about this particular CRM that we use is you can set up automations. Now what I mean by that is when they reach certain stages, it'll trigger automations, and then it will task people to do certain items. And then you'll know when they're done with it. So I'll give you one example here. Whenever we move someone into the contract signed status, what that's actually going to do is that's going to trigger an automation. And it's going to tell our QuickBooks person that's in-house, our supplementing department, which we sub out, and it's going to also inform production that something's happening, there's a job going on. So then 3 tasks are created right away. So right as soon as we move it to contract sign, your automation is go to the accountant to invoice it because the contract's been signed. Head on over to the supplement department, create a task for them so they know to supplement the claim. And look, when it comes to supplements, we're not supplementing every job, but they know to look at it to see if they do need to supplement something, and they do it. And then it moves into production to go ahead and build the job. So let's take a look at that. I'm just going to create a lead/prospect here. It's going to be residential. There's different taggings you can do in here. I won't get into all that, but I just really want to talk about how important it is for you to keep track of your customers. So let's just do John Doe real quick, and then whatever, we're just entering a bum number in here. johndoe@gmail.com. Address 123 Gold Creek Drive. This is cool, it integrates with Google, so you can actually pull up the address automatically, which is pretty neat. So now what this is going to do is this is going to create a contact. I'm going to assign it to myself. Referred by, this is a huge one. So you want to be tracking how you got this lead, because then later when you need to increase or decrease your ads budget or your marketing budget in general, you can do it based off these reports. So on this one, let's just go to for instance, door knocking. All right, so there's your door knocking. And so then you want to create the contact in here, and then you want to create the job. The job basically means you got it and you're good to go. You want to link it with Company Cam. We want to set this to a certain division, so I'm going to set it to Raleigh market. The job estimator is going to be me. Job name will be assigned automatically. Category is going to be replacement. The trade is going to be roofing, and you can add a description in here. Full roof replacement. And then you're going to save it. So that's going to create a contact. That's going to create a job. What's really cool about job progress is one contact could have multiple jobs going on. So let's go ahead and move them along in our pipeline here. So we're going to move them to made contact, and then we're going to further move them over here to, let's just say, contract signed. Now, I can also move them over to approved. This is important because you want to keep track of the stages in your business, right? So again, like GiddyUp was saying the other day, GiddyUp Roofing CRM. They're not really a CRM, they're a workflow management company. So again, it's all about your workflow. As they flow through stages of your business, this customer does. And so right now they're sitting in approved. So what does that mean to us? That means they're approved, we're waiting on insurance. So we're waiting on insurance to do something, we're waiting on the homeowner. Basically, we got an approval. We need to know that we're active on this and we're working it. Maybe we got 30 people in approval. So we need to have a meeting with our salespeople and see what's going on with these folks that are in approved. And you can add job notes on that. So you know the status of your customer at any stage in the workflow process. So you know the status of your whole entire company and every single lead and every single customer, every single contract, and every dollar amount that comes through it using the CRM. That's very important. So let's go ahead and move them over to contract sign. You are moving a job to contract sign stage. Click yes to confirm, and then there's a check mark by sales automation. So you click yes to confirm, and that's when this automation kicks in. So contract has been signed. It's going to let Kelton know. Kelton's in production. Please file a supplement. It's going to let Ray Land know over at Maximize 4. That's going to let him know that there's a supplement that just come in, needs a supplement, and lets our file manager know also that she needs to be touching the file and doing an introduction within 24 to 48 hours. So for us, with the file manager position, we'll have the file manager actually call and go over the whole entire file with the customer. So set expectations. You know, talk about cleanup, we'll talk about delivery of shingles, we'll talk about everything that needs to be talked about with the customer just to set expectations so there's no surprises. Talks about supplements, everything. So all three of these people have been notified. And this is actually funny because I actually just noticed, I think on this one, I'm not going to edit it because I've got out of the editing on these automations because I'm not that involved anymore. But it looks like for some reason we've actually taken our accounting off of here. I'm not really sure why. So I'm thinking maybe file manager may trigger something else there. But anyhow, so just by moving to contract sign stage, which the salesman can do, it's firing off automations and there's other people already working in the background. So that's beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and send that out, Joe Blow. And then right here, contract has been signed. It's just letting you know each task and notification that everybody gets here, and you can close it. So at that point, the salesman's done. Boom, just like that. They're done, they're out of the game. Now, they are gonna follow up with their customer as they go through, and then they're good. So they're going to follow up with that customer. They're still going to have a relationship with that customer, but they've sort of washed their hands with the contract at that point. They've signed it. They've brought it into the office. We have the check. We have the deposit. We're good to go. It's starting to make it into different stages of the business where other people are now touching that file, which is great. The customer or the salesman can now start working on other sales, other projects, and they're not bombarded with everything to do with this project. So now we have the file manager on it, we have accounting on it, we have the supplement department on it, we have the production department on it, just by moving it into a stage. All right. So on this next stage we're going to move into is actually invoice. So it looks like contract's been signed. So now production gets a hold of it. All the different folks in the business get a hold of it that need to have it. Supplements. The supplement department, the file manager, production, these three people have a hold of it. So production says, okay, contract's been signed, everything looks good. Let me shoot it on over to invoice. So this is where the actual accounting department gets dragged in. and I actually didn't realize this has been changed, which is great. So my people are actually working in the background and making things better. We always want to do that in our business. So someone else has already set this up, so it gets moved over to Invoice. Yes, we want to do the sales automation. Now I'm guessing this sales automation, probably Kim is on here, and she is. So now she gets a task that says, you need to invoice this job. Just like that, production, it went from sales to 3 other people within the business, and then it went over to accounting, just like that, by dragging it through stages. So let's go ahead and send this notification over to Kim. So now Kim has been tasked to invoice this job. So Kim's going to invoice it. When she's done invoicing it, she's actually going to move it on over to stage material. Check this out, more automations. This is great. This is the way your business should run. So as we move along in our stages here, we're going to move over to schedule install. So schedule install, it doesn't look like it actually fires any automations off at that point, because I think even in the material stage status, Kelton already has it, so he's good to go there. And you can move it over to job scheduled. Not all of these will fire off automations, because at some point one person is still dealing with those 3 or 4 different stages, so they can move them along as they go without having to worry about any tasks being assigned. And look guys, look, you can tweak this to your business completely. This is just the way we use it, and I think even the way we're using it now, we still have to revisit it, all of us together, and even tweak ours a little bit further. But this works very well for us, very well. It allows the salesman to sell, allows production to be production, allows invoicing and accounting to be invoicing and accounting, it allows supplements to be supplements. Everybody working in unison together as a whole is a beautiful thing for your business. And it's all automated. That's what's cool about it. You don't have to call, text, email, have it in 30 different places, drop the ball, blame it on someone else. That stuff happens in your business. Get a CRM so you don't have to worry about that. So, material job in progress. There's a bunch of different stages we have here. And what's cool is it actually timestamps here as well, which is really, really neat. So let's move it on over to, I believe, roof complete, waiting on other trades, quality control, issue, has issue. There's a lot of different things in here we do. Entire job complete, quality assurance inspection, has issue, issue resolved, file COC. All right, so now let's go over to file COC. This is another automation, and this is going to be file COC. All right, so this is where Kelsey is actually going to be tasked, visually where we can see it. So visually we see that Kelsey has been tasked on this, and she's going to then file the COC. Again, salesman's not even involved. There's other people working his file in the background, or her file in the background, which is great. Go ahead and send that over. Kelsey will get that and yell at me later for a fake task. All right, good to go. So file the COC. Now what Kelsey's going to do at this point, she's going to move it over to warranty roof. So warranty roof. Are you sure you want a warranty roof? Yes. I think that just assigns her another task, because Kelsey actually does the COCs and she does the warranties for our whole entire business. So it'll send that task. Good to go. All right, and then let's move it over to collect final payment. Another automation. Good Lord, automated to the hilt here. So go to save, collect final payment. That goes to Kim and goes to Allison. Send that automation, and then they move it over to paid and close, and boom, it's done. So at that point, the whole entire company has washed their hands with it. Now, what can happen here is we can actually set up other automations for our email marketing, text marketing, campaigns, straight to voicemail campaigns, these different systems that we use. So here's some potential for a paid and close. It gets moved to paid and close automatically in the background. Thank you so much for your business. We hope that you're a satisfied client. Click here to leave us a good review. So that's just one example. Or click here to recommend one of your friends and have it go to a custom page, and then you'll start getting leads in just from happy customers. That's freaking awesome in an automated way. So now that we've talked about all the workflow and all the automations that we have, let's dig in, let's get Cliff in here, and let's talk about each individual project within inside of Job Progress CRM, and how you can do your estimating in here, how you can do your work orders in here, how you can do store all your different files and measurements and things like that, and look at your financials and profit and loss. Cliff, why don't you take us through one of your files here that was just approved and show us where some of your photos are, where your measurements are, and sort of how you run through and use Job Progress on the desktop.
Okay. Of course, when initially putting in, you put it in as a lead. That's when, of course, you come in contact with them. And at that point, you got to follow up, do an inspection, everything along those lines. Let's see here.
So show us your, like, where the measurements are. So you just did a measurement using Roofer, right? I think Roofr, or what do we use on this one?
On this one, we used Eagle View.
Oh, we did use the Eagle View on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Roofr, you lost out.
No, yeah. Well, this one was also from a while ago, so this was before Roofr was even around.
Okay. All right.
Cause this one took like a good year to get approved. But so once it gets approved, we order measurements. We click measurements over on the left side. On this one, like I said, we used Eagle View. So at that point,
Cool. So so on here you can actually order your Eagle View too, because it integrates with Eagle View.
Yeah.
So why don't you show us that real quick?
Really nice. So you just click create a measurement, and at the top you can see Eagle View right here. So when you click Eagle View, it has you make sure the house is correct. It'll pull up the address and everything, and then from there you can go in, order premium, detached garage, blah blah blah, all the fun stuff
that's pretty slick
that goes into it. And then of course you can speed up the delivery, anything along those lines, and then when it comes in, it is right here in your measurements. So that's our Eagle View right here.
Sweet.
And
you can view that in here too, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Just fires up a PDF and another tab and good to go. Sweet.
Exactly. Which is nice.
Let's take a look at where the pictures are stored, because we use Company Cam, and the reason why is because it's so fast. Click, click, click. You can edit. It's great. It's a great program.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but that doesn't mean we stop using Job Progress. So what we do is we just don't use Job Progress's photo feature. So I mean, there's a flaw of Job Progress that the photo feature isn't as good.
Correct.
It's just not. So we use we use Company Cam for that. Now, it integrates with Job Progress, which is really slick. So show us on here where it actually integrates.
So yeah, when you scroll down, you can view all photos and documents at the bottom here. So when I click View All, it's actually going to pull it up right here. And then in the top right, that's the Company Cam logo. If you know what the Company Cam logo is, you can go ahead and click on that, view Company Cam photos, and then wham, bam, we got all the photos. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And they got all the photos that we've uploaded into here for this project individually.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's click on one of them so it looks like. All
right.
Actually, let's click on one you edited in Company Cam. Looks like you got a little.
Oh yeah, I got. There's a bunch.
A round circle there. There you go. So there's an actual Company Cam photo, and it's actually pulling from Company Cam through like an API integration and all that nerdy type of stuff. But what you just need to know is it actually works and integrates very well. And this is great for folks in production and supplementing, because they're using Job Progress and they don't necessarily have to jump over to Company Cam. So that's why that integration, that partnership exists there.
It definitely works very well. It makes it easier, so that way you don't have to have two apps open at one time or two screens, going to Company Cam, looking at photos. You can access it through that customer's page, which just makes everything seamless and very easy.
Now, we have actually a supplementing department.
Yep.
So they've supplemented this. So where would we find any files or documents or anything like that here in Job Progress?
So anytime he submits a supplement or anything, it of course tasks our supplement guy. His name is Ray. But and then any kind of supplements he gets approved or anything, he makes notes in the notes section on here. And then
I'll tell you one thing I actually just noticed. They just did an update.
It's a little different, but I like it.
It's cleaner.
Oh, a lot cleaner. This actually happened this morning, so there's a few things I'm actually learning in the progress of all this.
That's very important too, is to have a CRM company that's willing to make changes and listen to their customer. It's huge, and I think that's actually why Job Progress is starting to gain a ton of notoriety because they're listening to us and they're backed by popular demand type of thing. Like they're listening and they're making these tweaks and changes, and this is a big one.
The whole thing got revamped. I mean, the whole look of it. They added some new features. It's just
icons and stuff.
A lot cleaner of a look, which I definitely do like. But
so let's see where that estimate is. So where's it at? Photos and documents.
Photos and documents. Yeah, when you go to photos and documents, anytime you upload a document when it comes to anything. So the insurance estimate, we of course put right there. A construction agreement, we haven't signed it yet. We're still waiting on some pricing for some gutters.
So if I want to see that insurance estimate, let's go ahead and look at that.
So let's pull that up. So this is the first one. This is actually the second one that has.
Yeah, it looks like somebody did a no-no there and uploaded the zip file. So you'll have to download it. You wouldn't be able to view it. But yeah, let's look at the one we can actually see here. There you go, just like that. So all of our information is in one spot. We got our photos, we got our notes, we have all of our documents and everything all in one space, which is incredible.
Oh, it makes it a world of a difference. And you also got everything on the side here set out for you to where it's extremely easy to navigate throughout the whole job.
Cool. Well, let's talk about the financials as well. And so you can keep up with your financials in here. We recently stopped syncing it with QuickBooks, and we just do our financials separate. We're not having it sync with QuickBooks anymore. It just was kind of cluttering it up for our accountant. She likes to be able to enter everything herself. So that's what she's doing now. So let's take a peek at the financials and sort of see what that has to offer there.
So when you go into financials, it breaks everything down really easily for you.
So on this job, we did it for free, as you can see right here. It's free. That's what we do here at Ready Roofing. We give away jobs.
Huge roofs for free. Ting. Call us today. All right. But anyway, so total job price.
Let's go to one that has the job total in there. There may be a reason why we didn't actually do the job total.
It just got approved and it took a year, so that's probably why. All right, so here we are in the financials page. You got the total job price up here on the left. If you have any change orders, for some reason you want to add something on there, anything along those lines, do that right in there. This is the total payments received. You can view the different checks if you've received multiples.
Let's go ahead and view the checks that came in there. There you go. So he paid in one check, it looks like. There's a check number, there's everything.
No,
he still owes.
We're still waiting, that's why I pulled it up. Cool. So that way we can actually show that. So it tells you down here, amount owed. He still owes us $2,985.
Lean his house.
That's it, done. No.
No, Chuck's a good guy.
Got commissions, credits. You can do invoices, everything just from in here, which we don't do that anymore. But
yep. Let's check out the profit and loss there. That's another huge one.
Click into profit and loss. And it has it broke down. So we enter in, of course, the price for the materials and then what we paid for the labor. It breaks it down, tells you the profit that we got on that job.
There you go. So we were sitting at, on that one we were really low. So that's actually a smaller project. So we were only at 16.48% profit on that. Here's the deal, guys. Most of our jobs are at 30%. We like them to be, but we don't turn down the small stuff. No. So don't judge us.
This was also one that took 4 adjuster meetings to get approved. So once it got approved, we didn't really.
Yeah, and I don't know if we even got any supplements approved on that one or not. But anyway, great example though of your financials here. This is why you want a profit and loss center. I know right now that job wasn't as profitable as we'd like it to be.
Yep.
So guys, look, Job Progress has everything that you need to run your system. But again, this is not up for debate. It's not debatable. We're not saying they're the best. It's just for informational purposes. We chose Job Progress. You could choose a lot of different ones. AccuLinks is a fantastic system. Job Nimbus is okay. RoofLink is an up and coming one. And GiddyUp. And actually, RoofLink and GiddyUp are, to me, the elite ones. Some that we're sort of considering as well. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Ton of CRMs. It's just all about working them, guys. Job Progress, we absolutely love it. I want to show you just a couple more things, and then we're going to close out this video. So guys, also we use Calendar in here for both our production and for our staff and our sales. This is very, very important for you to have a calendar. In ours, we use it in Job Progress, and it also syncs up with G Suite, so they'll see it on their phones in several different ways. But you want to be able to schedule appointments from the office, even if it's 1 or 2 of you. You still want to be able to keep track of your calendar. So it's very important to have the staff calendar and the production calendar. Data is king, and so what I mean by that is when you have that data, you can go back and reference it later, do things with it, improve, know where you're making any of your mistakes, know where any of your holes are in your business. And so with Job Progress, we use it for both staff, like sales, and also the production calendar as well. Also within Job Progress is reporting. So there's plenty of things like sales performance, company performance report, referral source report. This is really important, especially if you have multiple branches also. You can sort of keep up with how your branches are performing. And even if you don't, you can still keep up with your company and how it's doing and where some of your referrals are coming in from, where some of your, proposals and different things like that are coming from. And Cliff, I don't know, why don't you talk about sort of the reporting and how it helps you?
Well, the first thing, since we're on the referral source, knowing where you're putting your money and what's working the best is huge, obviously. And like he said earlier, data is king. I don't know what I just clicked, but data is king. So when it comes to referral source, that's a huge one. There's a lot of other tabs in here. Obviously, I don't want to click on them all, but we got commission reports so you can go through. All your sales guys have access to their own commission reports. They can go in, check what they need paid on, things, just do some follow-ups when it comes to that. You got all your sales tax reports, literally anything and everything in here.
And this is great for you as a branch manager too, so you can kind of figure out where are we at right now.
Exactly.
What is my company doing? What's this branch doing? Do we need to shut it down and ruin lives?
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
I'm just kidding.
No.
But hey, the reality of it is, hey, if the branch isn't performing, what do? You need to know you need to step it up, or maybe you need to close the doors. This is where a CRM comes in handy. This is the realization you should have with your company, that financially where you are at every single step of the way. Because there's no point to be in business if you're not making money.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom line. We're not UNICEF. So
that's true. And you got to be able to just track it and report all of it. So
yeah.
that's where that comes in handy, and it's extremely helpful to be able to have a visual of everything.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, let's take a quick peek at the app. I will tell you that their app is very in-depth. We like it a lot. It took a little bit of getting used to between the customer versus a job, because you have to create the customer and then you have to create the job or contact in the job. And that was a little difficult to get used to, but once we did, we were rolling. And we actually like it because we have multiple customers that have multiple houses. And so we just create the one contact with the multiple jobs, which is each house that they own. So.
Yeah, makes it extremely easy, and it's really intuitive. So we'll go through that next.
Sweet, let's dive in on the app. On this particular CRM app, again, your whole entire workflow does show up here, and this is a great thing. So you can still see your workflow on the phone, which is incredible. Now, I'll actually hold my finger just over some of these buttons here, and it'll show us the different stages of the workflow. So contingency signed, approved, contract signed, invoice, etc., etc. All within the app, which is great. So let's just move over to approved. So we're moving over to approved right now, and we're just sort of navigating our way through the app. Let's go over to Holly Haig. This is an actual customer of ours, and here is the workflow. And if you wanted to move it, you just select move and select which stage you'd like to move it to, much like the desktop. If you would like to look at your measurements, you just simply click measurements, and then you can see the measurements you have on here. This is actually a roof R measurement that we uploaded, which was great. We just downloaded it as a PDF and we put it into Job Progress from the desktop app. This is actually a really good measurement too. All right, so there's our measurement. Here's all our files and whatnot. So down here at the bottom, we have work crew notes, all types of job notes. And if you go back actually to the main page, if you want to view your files, here's all your files and your folders and documents, all just like the desktop app, all separated out. It's a really powerful app. Now, it's not like your typical app where you have limited access. Job Progress really opens it up in here, which is really incredible. I like that about them. And so as you can see in here, we have our estimate. There's our roof estimate. We can view just about anything on the app that we can on the desktop version, which is great. So now at the bottom again, you got your financials, and then there's the financials for that job. They haven't been entered in on this yet because I'm not sure what stage it's at. Maybe accounting hasn't got to it, but there's your financials. It's incredible. You can do everything from the app. Now, over here on the side, you got some other actions here. So you can edit the job, you can take an instant photo, you can look at the production counter. There's a lot of different things you can do in this app. So again, not really up for debate about what CRM is the best. We just happen to choose Job Progress, and they have a great app. You can do everything from the app. Now, I think one place where they're lacking, and this is again where you choose your flavor of CRM that you like, is in their pictures. their instant picture taking. We just don't really like the way it performs for us. So we use Company Cam, but then it's cool because we can drag all those pictures actually into the Job Progress CRM via an API integration into Company Cam. So let's see if we can actually view those photos in here. I've actually never even done that. So maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know, I've never done it. We'll see if we can actually pull up the Company Cam photos from within here. No, there you go. View Company Cam photos, just like that. There's all our photos. Guys, we have everything we need in this CRM. I'm very impressed with it. I am a Job Progress fanboy, I'll just tell you that. But again, there's plenty of other ones that you can use. You can use AccuLinks, you can use Job Nimbus. All of them work well in their individual ways. And just like if you like Chevrolet or you like Dodge, you like a Duramax, you like a Cummins, you like a Power Stroke, just choose your flavor, guys. The most important part is that you have what you need. You're not gonna use a 1500 series work truck or an F-150 to haul a huge trailer loaded with shingles. What are you gonna use? You're gonna use a 2500, a 3500. If you really wanna show off a 5500. But these things exist for a reason because they have a purpose. So just choose what works best for your company, and that's what I recommend. Get a CRM, guys. It works. We happen to use Job Progress, but you choose your own. Do your research.